Our goal for science today is to learn the 6 simple machines. How many are there?
6.
We're going to learn the 6 simple machines. We're not going to go too much into them today. We're going to do more with even this page of reading and some activity pages in our workbook another day. And then we're going to start to see how those simple machines work in action. So specifically one of them. And we're going to be paying attention to how simple machines make work easier, because that's the whole goal of them. So I'm going to read to you from this first. Simple machines are machines with few or no moving parts. So is that a little different than what you guys were thinking yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Those simple machines have few or no moving parts. So when we thought of like a washing machine or something like that, does that have moving parts? Yeah, exactly. And a lot of them, doesn't it? Simple machines are going to have few to no moving parts. There are 6 types of simple machines. They are the lever, the pulley, the wheel and axle, the incline plane, the screw, and the wedge. Have you heard of some of those before? So we're going to go in and just kind of look at them really quick. So the first one is a lever. A lever is going to be something that it usually has like kind of that wedge shape on it. Caitlin, this is going to be very important for you as well. And a lever's job is you're going to be able to use force to push it into something, and then you push down on one end, and it should be able to pop the other side up. So it helps lift something without much effort in there. And we're going to talk a lot about effort and work this week as well. We have a pulley. Did we see examples of pulleys yesterday?
Yeah.
A pulley is going to be that same thing. It's going to make, all of these are going to make work easier. But instead of having to lift something super heavy, you can take your force one way and pull with your whole body rather than lifting up with just your arms. So a pulley is going to do that. We have a wheel and an axle. We'll look at more examples of this, but do we all know what a wheel is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does definitely. If something has wheels, is it easier to move? Yeah, so wheels are a huge one. We have an inclined plane. So this picture, and it's hard to see right now, this picture of our inclined plane, how many of you have seen things like that in the community? You should. An inclined plane is going to be just that space that, like, a good example is that wheelchair ramp, where if people need to get up from one space to another, they can just use their wheels instead. So instead of having to go straight up something or go upstairs where they might not be able to, they have that inclined plane to gradually go up. So it makes that work spread out longer, but it's a lot less force or effort to get up it. We have a screw, and a screw example is just that. It's a screw, right? And it goes round and round and round, as you can see. We're going to talk a little bit about how a screw is an inclined plane wrapped around a pole. That's all it is. It's an inclined plane wrapped around. And then we have a wedge. And a wedge is where you have 2 inclined planes put together. So already we've got 2 of these at least, if not 3, have that inclined plane as a part of it. So is that a pretty important one?
Yeah.
Most definitely. So these are going to be the 6 we look at. We'll explore them more this week. We'll look some examples of them. But I wanted to kind of give you at least that language ahead of time. Lever, pulley, wheel and axle, inclined plane, screw, and wedge, just so you kind of know what they are before we jump in today. Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. We will go ahead and take out our Be a Scientist notebook. And in our Be a Scientist notebook today, we are going to turn to page 39, and we're going to start an inquiry activity.